The Premier League season has come to an end, and it has been a disastrous campaign for Tottenham. Ange Postecoglou is the worst statistical manager, the worst manager we've had in the Premier League ever. But somehow, some way, we have won a Europa League. You will never, ever see a Premier League season like this ever again. There is no way a team finishes 17th with 22 defeats, right? And we've won a Europa League. No one, and I mean no Tottenham fan today, really cared about that result. It was all about on Wednesday. But the bottom line is, we can't have another Premier League season where we finish like this. We can't have another Premier League season with 20 plus defeats. I'm not going to scream and shout and rant on here. I'm at the point of, this is what I would like to call reflection. That today against Brighton was a horrendous result. We were played off the park by Brighton, who are a much better footballing team than Tottenham. 23 shots, 8 on target, 69% possession. And this has been our Premier League season throughout. We have lost so many games this season. Make sure you go down, drop a like on the video. Make sure you do hit that subscribe button. My Newcastle match reaction and Chelsea match reaction will be on here later. So make sure you do hit that subscribe button and let me know your thoughts. Answer this question for me. Should Tottenham keep Ange Postecoglou for giving Spurs fans the best moment in most of their lives? Or should we sack him? Is this the Erik ten Hag 2.0? He won a League Cup. He won an FA Cup. But is it time we say cheerio? Is it time we say thank you for coming? Look at their match stats. That is horrendous, guys. I know where a lot of the players are on, probably tired, hungover from going out drinking, the late nights, the partying. We won a Europa League, for the third time. The best moment in my life supporting this football club. And we've had some horrendous nights, losing the Champions League final to Liverpool with it being over in 30 seconds, losing League Cup finals, losing FA Cup finals. But we are at a crossroads. That game, look at these match stats, guys. Look at where we finished in the Premier League. That is disastrous. 11 wins. 11 wins. A 26% win ratio. Or 28% win ratio, whatever it is. Like, if it wasn't for the bottom three, I think Ange Postecoglou would have been sacked a long, long time ago. And before we get into the outcome of the game, we somehow have secured Champions League. Palace will be in the Europa League next season. Tottenham are in the Champions League. Aston Villa are in the Europa League. Forest are in the Conference League. And if Chelsea win against Real Betis, Brighton will be in the Conference League. Brighton have just beat us home and away, by the way, scoring 7 goals, and we scored 3. Like, there's a lot of things not to like about this Spurs team right now. You look at our recent results, and we have been peppered, absolutely peppered. Lost 4-1 against Brighton, right? The Super Cup has been confirmed on August 13th. We got Bayern Munich again in pre-season, right? We lost 2-0 to Villa, 2-0 to Palace, 4-1 to Brighton, 1-1 with West Ham, 5-1 to Liverpool, 2-1 to Forest, 4-2 against Wolves. The only game we have won since the 22nd of February was against Ipswich and Southampton, and they were both relegated. At what cost? Do we go into next season with Ange Postecoglou? Because for me, that was fucking terrible. Terrible. Mitoma come on and absolutely terrorized us. We were 1-0 up in the 17th minute. Tell does really, really well. Is brought down, wins the penalty. Dominic Solanke, we know how good he is from the spot, steps up and makes it 1-0. I mean, to be 1-0 up at half time and to concede 4 goals in the second half. I'm at a crossroads, guys. I'm at a crossroads. I think Ange Postecoglou, I don't know. I really don't know. We were just embarrassed by Brighton. Embarrassed. You know, one of the best nights in my life witnessing us beat Man United. But let's just be brutally honest. We cannot have another season like this. We will get battered in the Champions League if we play like we did today. Hinshelwood, the guy on loan from Chelsea, scores twice. You know, Brighton equalise. Gruder delivers in an exquisite corner from the left-hand side. Webster wins the header, which deflects off of Bentancur into the path of Hinshelwood, and he makes it 1-1. And as soon as he scored, that was it. It was game over. Because Brighton didn't play midweek. Brighton had more life in their legs. Brighton had something to play for. Brighton wanted it. Brighton needed it. And most importantly, they got the job done. Hinshelwood then with a back heel, another corner from the right-hand side. We're unable to clear our lines again. The ball deflects off Danso, falls into Hinshelwood, and he back heels it from about 3 yards out into the back of the net. A really, really good goal from Hinshelwood. You know, he's had a good season this year for, I think he's actually a midfielder, not a right back. He's had a really good year for Brighton. 5 goals, stepped up today in a pressured environment when they needed to score. They needed to win the game. And the second goal of his is an exquisite finish. And then they made some changes. They brought on O'Reilly. They brought on Mitoma. And they just absolutely took the piss out of us. Matt O'Reilly. We then give a penalty away from Bissouma. What I can't get my head around is how do the players, when they want to, turn it on and we go and win a major honour, and then 3 days later we conceded 4 goals against Brighton. I mean, O'Reilly steps up from the penalty spot, and by the way, guys, we finished on a negative goal difference. We were on plus 25 goals, and we've just finished on a negative goal difference. That's criminal. Absolutely criminal. 22 losses in the Premier League is insanity. Absolutely insanity. It really, really is. I don't care how you dress it up. I don't care how you want to spin it. I don't care what you think, what you don't think. 22 losses in a Premier League season is horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. And I'll be brutally honest, that Europa League has saved this football club from a complete embarrassment. It really, really has. And then the goal from Diego Gómez in the 93rd minute should be up for Premier League goal of the season. Touches it out. He's about 27, 28 yards out. The whip, the bend, the direction, the placement, the power from that strike. Vicario has got more chance getting a hand on the sun. And we haven't even finished on 40 Premier League points, lads. And we've just been battered again by Brighton. Now, I'm sorry. I don't care how you want to dress it up. 38 points in a Premier League season 10, 15 years ago would have got you relegated. It's only because of how competitive the Premier League season is right now. Wolves finished 4 points above us. West Ham finished 5 points above us. Everton finished 10 points above us. But none of those guys have got a European trophy. So I'm glad the season's over. I'm glad I got to witness one of the best days in my life. But I can't do this season again. I can't do another season of 22 Premier League defeats. That would be absolutely insanity for us to do that again. So we have to look at if Ange is going to be the guy, if that's the guy they want, if that's the guy they think's ready, then yeah. But look at that. That's horrendous. Let me know your thoughts down below. Drop a like, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you next time.